Assalamualaikum and hi. In this video, we're going to go through the solutions for Java exercise number 7, where for this exercise, we focus on the logical operator. But of course, it also involves some other operators such as the comparison operator. So let's get started. It says here, please indicate whether the outcomes of the following code snippets are true or false. So you have the codes here. Basically, what we can do is we can just run this and you will see the result whether it's true or false. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to explain each of these together with you one by one. So let's start with the first one here. It says integer x is equal to 0. So system.out.println x is not equal to 0. So for this expression here, we know that x not equal to 0. This is definitely a false, right? Whereas for the second part here, 10 divided by x, if you run this, you will get an arithmetic exceptions because we are actually dividing something with 0 because x is equal to 0. So you will get arithmetic exceptions for the second expressions here. Since the first expressions here is false, so definitely the answer will be false because we know that there's an AND logical operator here. So for AND operator, you will only get true if both of the expressions or both of the conditions are true. Moving on to 7.2 here, we have Boolean A, B, and C with different initializations, where for A and C you have true, whereas for B you have false here. So here we do system.out.println A and B. So we say that, or we know that here A is equal to true. So I will just write it down here, A and B. A is true, whereas B is actually false. So true and false, I will get false. Then I have another N here and also C. C is actually true. Okay, so I write here C is equal to true. So here A and B is false and true. So the outcome will be false as well. Because here again, one expression is false and the expression is true. I only have one true. So because I have an AND operator here, I will get false. 7.3, integer number is equal to 5, then I have another variable which is with the data type Boolean and is initialized as true. So let's look into the first expressions here. It says number is greater than 3. So my number is 5. 5 is greater than 3. So in this case, this is true. And I have an AND operator, but before we look into that, let's look into flag. Flag here, the value is true. So I have true and true, because remember, there's an AND operator here. So of course, in this case, I will get true. Now let's move on to question 7.4 here. We initialize x as 5 and y as 8 here. And if we look into the expressions here, we have x less than 20. So x less than 20, 5, because my x is 5, 5 less than 20, this is actually a true here, right? And I have the OR operator, and I have y minus 7. So my y is actually 8. So here I'm going to write 8 minus 7. 8 minus 7 will be equal to 1. And 1 is not equal to 0. So in this case, this is actually true here. Okay. Then I have the AND operator. And after that, I have x is greater than 9. So x greater than 9. My x is actually 5. 5 greater than 9. This is actually false. So it turns out that I have true or true and false. Okay. The way that we're going to evaluate this is we're going to do the AND first, because AND is in the higher order compared to OR, just like when you do the evaluations for arithmetic operator, where we say the multiplier has a higher precedence compared to, let's say, plus or minus. So here what we can do is we do true or, and then we put in a bracket here, true and false. So true and false is actually false, so true or false. And it turns out that the final answer is true. 7.5, integer x is equal to 9, integer y is equal to 11. System.out.println line here, not x less than 10. So we have not, remember the exclamation mark is actually the not logical operator, less than 10. My 10 is actually 9. So here, 9 less than 10. 10 greater than 9, this is actually true. So here I'm going to put not true. So this will become false. And then I have one OR operator here. Then I have x minus 7. My x is actually 9. 9 minus 7, that is equal to 2. And 2 is not equal to 0. This is actually true as well. And finally, I have this AND operator, and y is greater than 9. My y is 11, that's greater than 9. This is actually true. And I have here false or true and true. Remember, so we do the and first. So here I have false or true. So of course, because this is an OR operator at the very end, so false or true, I will get true. So I think that's it for Java exercise number 7, where we look into mainly the different types of logical operators. If you have any questions, please put comments at the bottom of this video. Thank you very much.